Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us for the pledge to the flag and the playing of the national anthem, which will be performed by the Wind Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Michael Conti. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would now like to introduce salutatorian of the class of 2017, Mary Frances Gage.
Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Martzloff, Mr. Kalicho, Mrs. Redlinsky, Mr. Swatland, Mr. Thomas, teachers, parents, invited guests, and fellow graduates of the class of 2017. Welcome to Williamsville North's commencement ceremony. Congratulations, we did it. When we walk out these doors today with our diplomas in hand, we will no longer need to ask to use the bathroom or need a pass to walk down the hallway. Yet, despite our complaining about required classes and procedures, we were comfortable with a straightforward path to follow throughout our high school days. But now, whether you're entering college, the military, or the workforce, our lives will be filled with endless choices, something both exciting and terrifying. John A. Shedd once said, "A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for." We have spent 18 years preparing to go out to sea, and now we are ready to do it. To choose a direction, to adjust our sails as things change around us, and, hopefully, to find our destination somewhere far in the future. Now we decide what classes to take, what jobs to pursue, where to live, whether or not to start a family. Our futures are full of decisions that only we can make. But I have faith in us. This year, we got our first taste of our fast-approaching independence. Agonizing over which college to go to, trying to decide whether to work or continue going to school, struggling to understand financial aid packages. At times, it felt like you needed a degree to understand how to apply for college. Whether choosing your post-high school plan was an easy decision for you or a hard one, I know I cried a few hundred times, we made it through. And what an empowering feeling. As we tackle decision after decision over the next few years, I want you to remember this feeling. The feeling that we control our own fate, no matter what obstacles we encounter. We decide where our ship sails. Class of 2017, I can't wait to see where we all end up. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Vice President of the Class of 2017, Nicholas Kamens.
To introduce our distinguished guests and officers on stage, it is my pleasure to present Gabrielle Nunzio, Secretary of the Class of 2017.
It is my honor to introduce the people seated before you on stage. From your left Williamsville Board of Education Parliamentarian, Mrs. Mary Beeger, Williamsville Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Mark Mecca, Superintendent of the Williamsville Central School District, Dr. Scott Martzloff, Williamsville North High School Building Administrators, Assistant Principal, Mr. Brian Swatland, Administrative Assistant, Mrs. Lorraine Redlinski, and Assistant Principal, Mr. Andre Thomas. Class of 2017 Advisors, Mrs. Lori Lorenz and Mrs. Jillian Caputa, Valedictorian of the Class of 2017, Maria Falavalita, Salutatorian of the Class of 2017, Mary Frances Gage, President of Williamsville North Student Council, Rahma Hussein, Officers of the Class of 2017, President Jonathan Fomenko, Historian Emma Carroll, Historian Jenna Meldrum, Treasurer Tara Hurley, Vice President Nicholas Kamens, and Principal of Williamsville North High School, Mr. Gary Colicchio.
Mrs. Mary Beeger was elected to the Williamsville Board of Education in 2016 and is serving as the board parliamentarian for the 2016-2017 school year. Mrs. Beeger holds a bachelor's degree in elementary education as well as a master's degree in music education. She is currently serving as an instructional specialist for the Kenton School District after serving there as an elementary education teacher from 2000 through 2016. She has also been serving at Roly-Poly's as a music teacher since 2006. Mrs. Beeger has 3 children, one who is in 7th grade at Heim Middle, one who is in 2nd grade at Heim Elementary, and a 2-year-old. In addition to spending time with her family, Mrs. Beeger enjoys reading, camping, hiking, playing the piano, watching her older boys play hockey and basketball, working with kids, and advocating for public education. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Mary Beeger, Williamsville Board of Education parliamentarian, for her remarks to the class.
Thank you for such a nice introduction. Hello, class of 2017. My name is Mary Beeger. I am a member of the Williamsville Board of Education. And on behalf of all the members of the board, congratulations to all you fine Williamsville North graduates. There is truly some incredible energy in this room tonight, I could feel, or today I should say. I could feel it as everyone was walking in. And today's celebration is a day to reflect on your many accomplishments that have led you to this moment, sitting here today in your cap and gown. And isn't that what life is really about? A collection of moments that tell your story, the individual moments that pave your path. I'd like to share some wise words from Dr. Seuss. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So think about all those moments, now memories, that have shaped you and made you the person that you are today. I'm willing to bet that there are people in this room, parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, friends, people who were there for you and with you during these moments in your life. I'm willing to bet that there's someone in this room that helped you to ride a bike with 2 wheels for the first time. They were there to comfort you with hugs and Band-Aids for your scraped knees and cheer you on as you were able to get on that bike all by yourself and ride away. I'm guessing there's people in this room that you played tag with on the playground, friends that shared adventures with you in your neighborhood and beyond as you started to grow older and more independent. Someone in this room probably dropped you off at practice or picked you up from rehearsal. And perhaps someone in this room helped you drive, learn how to drive, and pass those car keys on to you. There might be someone in this room who challenged your thinking when schoolwork started to get hard. But that someone was there to support you and push you to realize how capable you truly were of success. It's likely that there's someone in this room who was there for you during a very tough time. And that someone probably made it better just by listening, telling you things were going to be okay. So sometimes you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Graduating class of 2017, if I can offer any advice to you, it would be to take time to appreciate, value all these moments, and cherish these memories as you go out to the world and pave your own path. I'm also a Williamsville graduate, and I can still remember running around with my friends on Dodge Playground as a child, hanging out with friends in the halls of Casey Middle, so many of my own memories that I cherish. These memories make me smile, and it's important to remember them because they'll always be a part of you. And what an exciting time now that it's time for you to move on to your next chapter of your life, so many more moments to come. For all the someones out there, all those that supported you and contributed to your success and helped you to be who you are today, it's important to thank these people and let them know that they played an important role in your memories. So take time to do that, but also remember this: you are that someone to another person in this room. You've also had an impact on others in so many ways. And each of you has a different story, different interests, but you're all equally powerful in how you can impact others. So now you're ready for the next chapter. You've gone through the motions, passed all the tests, earned your diploma, and it's time to celebrate these accomplishments. Whatever path you choose from here, whatever career you choose, if you decide to stay in Williamsville or travel to a new town, always remember those that have had a positive impact on you and think about how you can do the same for others. Even just offering a smile, saying hello, or goodbye can make a huge difference. Be good to each other, be good to yourself, and most importantly, congratulations, class of 2017.
Dr. Scott G Markov began his tenure as Superintendent of Schools for the Williamsville Central School District on August 1st, 2011. Prior to his appointment in Williamsville, the Rochester native was the superintendent of the Byron Burgess Central School District, a rural district in Genesee County, for 2 years. Dr. Markov also worked 8 years for the Rochester City School District, a large urban district with over 32,000 students, where he was an administrator for operations and served as a high school assistant principal. He began his career as a special education teacher in the Rush Henrietta Central School District, located in suburban Rochester, where he also served as an assistant principal. Dr. Markov received his bachelor's degree in biology from the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts. He earned his master's degree in educational administration from the State University of New York at Brockport and received a doctorate in education from the University of Rochester. He also holds permanent certification as a school district administrator in New York State and is certified in special education K-12. Dr. Markov and his wife, Kim, have 3 children who are attending Mill Middle. Dr. Markov is very dedicated to the education of the Williamsville students. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Scott G Markov, Superintendent of Schools, who will bring greetings to our class on behalf of the district administration.
Thank you, Nick, for that warm introduction. As your school superintendent, I am truly honored to share this special day with you and your families. Your parents, in particular, recognized your potential the very first day you started kindergarten 13 years ago. Their hopes and their dreams walk the stage with you today. Your teachers, school administrators, counselors, and coaches are also here to cheer you on as you receive your high school diploma. We are all very proud of you for achieving this milestone, and in our hearts, we know that your finest hour is yet to come. You have responded to the high demands placed on you by the Williamsville Central School District and the state of New York. The North High School class of 2017 has amassed an impressive list of accomplishments. I am very proud to report that the graduates sitting before us today have been awarded more than $3.2 million in college scholarships. With over 93% of you going on to attend a 2- or 4-year college, including some of the very best universities in the country. These impressive numbers rival those of private schools that charge exorbitant tuitions. We are fortunate to live in a community that truly values and supports a high-quality public education for all children. In the coming weeks, many people will offer you advice about your future, and since I have the stage for a few minutes, I want to share some thoughts of my own. I promise to keep it short, if not memorable. As you prepare yourself for the work and detours ahead, there are 3 personal attributes I would like to address: your character, your ability to overcome adversity, and staying true to yourself. Character is demonstrated in what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. It is rooted in homegrown values such as honesty, integrity, kindness, and respect. True character reveals itself in how we treat others every day, especially those who have nothing to offer us in return. And true character is revealed when we stand up for what we know is right, regardless of what others are doing, saying, or what they may think. Over the years, I have witnessed your caring spirit as you volunteered countless hours to our community. Above and beyond what was expected, North students raised over $5,000 for the Toys for Tots, sponsoring the 3rd annual Tom Selleck Mustache Contest, and collected over 2,700 food items for the Little Portions Friary and the Williamsville Food Pantry during the annual Canned Food Drive. You held a blood drive and participated in the Brian Mormon Punt Foundation's annual Adopt a Family program to assist children affected by cancer and their families. Character builds over time through our experiences and actions, and I have no doubt that the character you have developed at home and here at North during your youth will continue to grow as you cross the threshold into adulthood. Character is also revealed how you work your way back when you get knocked down. Overcoming adversity is the secret of champions. There are countless examples of famous people who struggled mightily before achieving success, such as Albert Einstein, J.K. Rowling, Steven Spielberg, and Derek Jeter, just to name a few. But you need to only look at your own family members, your friends and classmates here at North to find someone you know who faces challenges but doesn't let adversity defeat them or prevent them from reaching their goals. Matt Henry, team manager for our very own 2017 New York State hockey champions, is such a role model. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that is important, and Matt lives this mantra every day. Adversity is a great teacher. Embrace the lessons learned. Draw inspiration from those who are closest to you by bearing witness to their courage and move forward. Finally, follow no one's path but your own. Others can't learn the lessons for you. Stay true to yourself. No one on earth walks the same path as you, which is what makes life so remarkable. Michael Josephson is a former law professor and an author who created Character Counts, a character development initiative based on shared values. Josephson said, "Don't let others define you. Don't let the past confine you. Take charge of your life with confidence and determination, and there are no limits on what you can do or be." As you prepare to graduate from high school today, you are no longer shielded from the harsh realities of violence, intolerance, and senseless hatred around the world. Recent terrorist attacks in England took many innocent lives, many of them young people. It's difficult to find the good sometimes, but echoing what Ariana Grande said shortly after the Manchester attack at her concert, don't let hate win. The opportunities and challenges ahead will be abundant and at times will be daunting. Always lean towards kindness, be true to yourself, and never give up. It's important for you to know that everyone here believes in you. We know that you have the capacity to change our world for the better. We know you've got what it takes to live your dreams. I wish you the very best and look forward to following your accomplishments as you live the life you were meant to live. Congratulations, Williamsville North, class of 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Martzoff. Good afternoon and welcome to Williamsville North High School's 49th annual commencement ceremony in honor of the class of 2017. Before we move on, I have a few procedural matters to take care of. Our graduating class is divided into 3 diploma groups, and at some point throughout the ceremony, each diploma group will be sitting on stage. We will stop at 3 points during the ceremony to allow our student photographer, Mia Giannis, to take a picture of each diploma group. I ask that you wait until Mia has had the opportunity to take 3 pictures before you begin to take your pictures. Mia will let me know when she has taken 3 shots, and then I will give you the okay to begin snapping pictures. I would like to thank Mia in advance for assisting us in this most important function. To keep our ceremony under 2.5 hours, Ms. Jillian Caputa and Ms. Lori Lorenz, senior class advisors, will be reading the graduates' names rather quickly. If you yell out after your family member's name or use an artificial noisemaker, it could cause another family to miss the name of their son or daughter to be read, so please refrain. Finally, at the conclusion of the ceremony, please remain seated until all the graduates have left the auditorium. Thank you in advance for your help in making this ceremony one of the best in Western New York. I would now ask our student photographer to take her photos. Again, please refrain from taking them until she has taken 3 shots.
Now to present the Eugene F. Colas Memorial Scholarship, Ms. Sandy Rosso.
Congratulations, graduates. It is my pleasure to be here today not only to celebrate your graduation, but also to represent the Williamsville Teachers Association. Eugene F. Colas was a past president of the WTA. He was well respected by his peers and, more importantly, students, and driven by his desire to make a difference in the lives of others. It is often said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Therefore, the WTA established a scholarship to be given to a graduating senior who not only exemplifies the characteristics of Mr. Colas, but is also pursuing a degree in education. Applicants are rated on their scholastic achievement, contribution to the school community, and participation in extracurricular activities, in addition to their written response to the question, "Why do you want to be a teacher?" I am privileged to award this year's Eugene F. Colas Scholarship to Nick Stanford. Congratulations.
And now to present the scholarship in memory of former North High School Principal Samuel H. Gang, please welcome Mr. Gary Colicchio.
Today it is my privilege to present 2 sets of scholarships in memory of Mr. Samuel H. Gang. The Samuel H. Gang Memorial Awards and the Sam Gang Spirit Awards. Mr. Gang was principal of North High School from 1970 to 1994. He was a leader who empowered both students and teachers alike to reach their respective academic, social, and professional potential. It was this philosophy that would become the foundation of North's reputation for excellence. The Gang Foundation, which perpetuates Mr. Gang's desire to continue recognizing North students who possess a passion to make a difference in life, would like to recognize the following seniors by awarding them with scholarships, each in the amount of $2,000 a year for 2 years. Please join me on stage to accept your scholarship when I read your name. Maria Falavalita, Shannon Quinlan, Nicholas Stanford, and Emily Quartley. The Gang Foundation was so impressed by all of the candidates this year that they are also awarding 2 additional one-time $1,000 scholarships to the following 2 seniors, Tara Hurley and Gabby Nunzio. The Sam Gang Spirit Award was established by Mr. Gang to recognize 2 outstanding seniors who, in addition to maintaining good attendance and above average grades, were active participants in extracurricular activities or community service work and possessed the qualities of dependability, reliability, and resilience. It is my pleasure to present a check in the amount of $500 each to this year's recipients. Reed Collins and Claire Mutka.
Now to present the Williamsville North PTSA Scholarship, co-presidents Mrs. Tanya Abaya and Mrs. Jean Johnston.
Hi, congratulations, class of 2017. Mrs. Johnston and I we are honored to be here to award the PTSA Scholarship Awards. The recipients of this award demonstrated outstanding achievement in the community service, academic performance, individual initiative, and leadership or resilience in the face of adversity. On that note, Ms. Jeannie will announce the awards.
Would the following students please come forward to receive their award of $500 from the PTA? Julia Gerard. Gabriel Matos. Ruby Matricardi. Tyler Nadrich. Megan O'Malley. Shannon Quinlan. Matthew Charlou. Valerie Serafini. Jason Stepinski. Christopher Stryker. Erica Taylor. And Brendan Zielinski. Congratulations. Who are we missing?
Thank you.
And now to present the Williamsville PTSA Council Scholarships, Ms. Lori Rizzo, PTSA Council Vice President.
Good afternoon and congratulations, graduates. I have the privilege and honor of presenting the Williamsville PTSA Scholarship Awards for the class of 2017. These awards, in the amount of $750 each, are given to 4 graduates from each of the 3 Williamsville high schools. The scholarships are made possible through the joint contribution of all 14 Williamsville School District PTA and PTSA units, and the proceeds from the annual PTSA Holiday Craft Show. The selection committee is comprised of an equal number of adults from each of the 3 Williamsville high schools. The criteria for selection includes academic achievement, activities in and out of the school, service to the community, personal initiative, and the character, poise, and communication skills displayed during the interview. I would like to congratulate all of the very highly qualified applicants for this year's award. As you can imagine, the selection was extremely difficult. It is now my pleasure to announce this year's scholarships for Williamsville North High School. Please join me on stage as I read your names. Shannon Quinlan, Maria Fallavalita, Nicholas Stanford, and Valerie Serafini. This is Maria.
This is Shannon.
Thank you.
Next, I call to the podium a very visible student at North who serves on several different committees. Today, we recognize her as a 2-year representative of North's shared decision-making team. Rahama Hussein, will you please join me at the podium? The plaque has the Lamp of Learning medallion at the top and reads, "For dedicated service as a member of the Williamsville North Shared Decision-Making Team." 4 years of perfect attendance. We do have somebody in the audience that has that. It is my honor to recognize a student who has maintained 4 years of perfect attendance through Buffalo's tough winters and cold and flu seasons. Would the following student please stand? Juliana Lachon. There's Juliana. All right. Congratulations. Will you tell us your secret for coming?
Well, I actually have to thank my mom for this one because she let me play with dirt, so apparently that helped a lot.
Thank you. So write that down, you guys. Got to play with dirt. I would also like to thank and congratulate the senior yearbook editors for creating an award-recognized yearbook under the direction of advisors Mrs. Erin Devontier and Miss Caitlin Curcio. Will the following senior yearbook editors please stand and be recognized for your great work this year? Hanya Joffrey, Megan Lazinski, Amanda McClanagan, and Nicole Wiktorowski. Diploma Group One, please stand and prepare to receive your diplomas. Diploma Group 2, please join us on stage.
Maria G. Falavolita. Mary Frances Gage. Rahama A. Hussein. Jonathan M. Fomenko. Emma C. Carroll. Jenna M. Meldrum. Tara M. Hurley. Gabrielle G. Nunzio. Nicholas A. Kamens. Reem Abdullah. Christine M. Agulia. Torben O. Elbert Linkvist. Sheikh Moiz Ansari. Michelle Marie Arbatina. Daniel R. Armetta. Ali R. Atai. Daniel J. Bateshold. Sean P. Balserzak. Chelsea A. Bangert. Bridget N. Berry. Caitlin Rose Battaglia. Adam M. Botts. Zachary A. Bloom. Catherine R. Bodie. Nathan B. Brand. Gary Milton Broadhead. Stacy A. Brown. Adam D. Burke. Angelica Busco. Daniel P. Butterson. Madison Alexandra Beyer. Max Carroll. Chase S. Casey. Megan L. Casada. Matthew J. Cavallero. Juan I. Centeno. Brennan H. Chamberlain. Michael D. Chu. Reed J. Collins. Jake C. Conover. Cameron M. Cook. Rodney Chase Corbin. Mackenzie Cox. Thomas E. Kruver. Camille O. Coltrara. Scott J. Degler. Brandon A. Daniels. Felicia M. D'Angelo. Sydney J. Deck. Anthony N. DiMaria. Jenna K. Demmer. Cole S. DePriest. Ayush Dupar. Cameron R. DeFranco. Jenna E. DiLiberta. Salvatore Di Natale. Olivia Catherine DiVincenzo. Brianne H. Damagala. Kevin Duty.
Emmeline Drake. John N. Draxic. Sabrina M. Drozdowski. Elena R. Dresga. John M. Dukesbury. Kyle Hunter Dunn. Tyler W. Durfee. Jenna Lee Finton. Ryan T. Fremming. Valerie M. Garcia Batiste. Devin T. Gary. Justin V. Garvelli. Julia R. Gerard. Shannon Flynn Guestwick. Aaron K. Galani. Joshua J. Gilbert. Lauren E. Grady. Jarrett Green. Lauren K. Greiner. Gianna M. Galino. Ashley L. Gutillo. Gabrielle E. Guzda. Sibga Hyder. Brianna S. Hall. Emily R. Hamilton. Nina Daniela Harkey. Kayla E. Harlock. Eleanor G. Harris. Michael J. Harris. David G. Harwell. Alyssa N. Helak. Matthew D. Henry. Benjamin E. Hingston. Tyler J. Hacholsky. Allison J. Hogan. Dennis J. C. Hosensey. Ian B. Hallway. Ashley R. Hauk. Zachary S. Hauk. Jairus Huggins. Keith T. Hurley. Diana Hussein. Andrew Huang. Jason Huang. Hanya Z. Jeffrey. Omar A. Jaffrey. Matthew P. Jeffries.
I would now like to introduce Jonathan Fomenko, President of the Class of 2017, for his remarks to the class.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you for joining us for this commencement and offer my congratulations to the graduating class of 2017. Additionally, on behalf of my peers and I would be remiss if I didn't thank all the teachers, families, administrators, and staff who have guided us on our educational journey and lives thus far, as well as all veterans, active duty, and reserve members of our armed forces protecting freedom. Personally, I would also like to thank the Wind Ensemble for their performance at today's ceremony. For 4 years, I sat with them beneath this very stage, but never realized the true magnitude of this ceremony till today. For many of us, graduating high school in these past 4 years have brought some of the greatest accomplishments of our lives thus far. However, over 100 years ago, a high school education wasn't even a standard tenet of American life. At 16, you could be married and working countless hours at a factory job, already maimed from work as a child. Fast forward to the greatest generation. Drafted out of high school to fight the Nazis in the Ardennes to the Japanese on Okinawa. A common theme pervaded throughout history, a lack of choice. Forced into whatever situation arose, young men and women stepped up to the task at hand. However, over the past 50 years, much has changed for us young adults. While the standard of living has risen and post-secondary education opportunities have bloomed, society has changed much more than meets the eye. Our entire lives, we've been told how special we are, how we can make a difference, and if we follow our passions, our dreams may one day come true. Reassured of our value from participation trophies to other meaningless rewards, many of us have developed a false sense of entitlement. Nowadays, kids out of high school are often scared of confrontation, rejection, and failure. In many settings, words and feelings have come to overshadow facts and reality. Constantly checking the iPhone in our left hand, Starbucks in the other, the precious little snowflakes of this generation have convinced ourselves that our lives are so hard. In many facets of life, we have neglected the responsibility of choice, reverting to leisure and laziness over hard work and opportunity. Many of us, however, have realized their shortcomings to different extents. But this warning comes at the greatest time of all, upon graduation. Today marks the day we can officially embark out into the real world, responsible for anything and everything from laundry to paying off our vehicles. The prospect of choice is greater than ever. Each and every one of us, from this moment on, is striving for success, in whatever way he or she defines it. With our own unique goals come our own unique paths we will embark on. Most importantly, as always, a common theme prevails. The only path to accomplishment must be accompanied by a never-ending hunger for improvement and a devotion to hard work. While unattainable in striving to be perfect, the very lessons we learn from failure and the things that go wrong in life will set us up for later success. Vince Lombardi once said, "The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand." Now, they say these upcoming years of our lives are going to be some of the best. So, my fellow Spartans, how are we going to spend them? Alone at 3 a.m. studying in the library, or at 3 a.m. surrounded by mostly strangers in a crowded frat? Sleeping over in the summer until 2 p.m., or working 2 jobs? Just think about it. Why do we have to force ourselves to make the next 4 years of our lives the best when we could set ourselves up for a lifetime of success? The choice is ours, Spartans, so choose wisely. I thank you, and best of luck to the class of 2017.
How Many is a piece that was composed by music students from the Williamsville North class of 2008 and former North vocal director, Mrs. Marnie Salvatore. They wanted to create a song that sent off each graduating class with a heartfelt message. Miss Amber Carpy began the process by starting the lyrics to the piece. Her fellow music students completed the lyrics, and Mrs. Salvatore then composed the music and set the text in 4 parts for the choir to sing. It was a unique experience and a great collaboration. And now to perform the song, How Many, the senior members of Williamsville North's vocal department under the direction of Mr. Brett Ransom.
Someday I'll find it.
It is now my pleasure to present Rahma Hussein, Student Council President, for her remarks to the class.
Hi everyone. First off, I would like to say Eid Mubarak to those of you who are celebrating Eid, and I hope that you have a blessed holiday. Today, June 25th, is an exciting day for all of us. I remember walking into North on the first day of freshman year, September 3rd, 2013, thinking, man, I'm never going to get out of this school. We've all identified as students of the class of 2017, but I always thought that 2017 would be so far away. But here we are, graduating from high school. Tomorrow, we'll all go down our own paths. Some will go off to college, others will go into the military, and some will go straight into the workforce. From this day forward, we will all focus on our future. Now, when I say the word future, your perception of this future may be a little different from mine. You will think of your future goals of becoming a lawyer, or a doctor, an artist, a teacher, and the list goes on. However, I think something that is important to include on our list of goals is the goal of creating a better society. The recent social and political circumstances have created a tense environment amongst people. There has been an alarming increase in the rate of hate crimes committed against racial, ethnic, and religious minorities in the United States. It's shocking to think that such hate and xenophobia is still so prevalent today in 2017. We won't be able to control some things that occur in our future, like how we will be treated by others, but what we will be able to control are our actions towards others. I think that with race, religion, ethnicity, and gender aside, it's important to remember that we are all human. And because of our shared humanity, we should feel obligated to treat everyone equally with acceptance and compassion. As a Pakistani Muslim immigrant, I've dealt with my fair share of challenges. I've endured these challenges thanks to the kindness I've received from people at this school. I was able to overcome my inhibitions because of our unique altruistic environment at North, nurtured by the esteemed faculty. I'm a strong believer that what keeps humanity alive and well is the basic goodness that is in every human being. This goodness allows us to rise above prejudice, above oppression, above anything and everything that makes us different. As our future begins today, it's important for us to all recognize that being empathetic and accepting towards others should be one of our top priorities if we want to solve any of the social issues that exist today. As Cesar Chavez once said, once social change begins, it cannot be reversed. You cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore. Class of 2017, stop being afraid. Don't be afraid to stand up for those who are unable to stand up for themselves. Give a voice to those who are silenced. Use your Spartan spirit and make a meaningful impact on the world. Congratulations, class of 2017, and remember to speak up about the things that matter, as the future is in our hands. Thank you.
I would now ask our student photographer to please take the photos of Diploma Group 2. Thank you, Mia. Diploma Group 2, please stand and prepare to receive your diplomas. 3, please join us on stage.
Jessica Ann Drzuski. Zainab I. Johnson. Alexander J. Jones. Christopher J. Jordan. Aditi R. Joshi. Melanie K. Justice. Nadia E. Candle. Elias L. Karajan. Manpreet Kaur. Alexander P. Kelly. Connor S. Kelly. Kevin J. Kelly. Adil H. Khan. William Kim. Julia Marie Kraft. Richard B. Kraus. Catherine L. Kreiner. Benjamin G. Kolwanowski. Lucas P. Kunkemoller. Bilal Ghazi Kurdi. Maram W. Custero. Alec J. Kyriakopoulos. Brittany E. Larrabee. Juliana M. Lachaume. Taniqua Lawrence. Torrin James Lawrence. Megan A. Lazinski. Catherine M. Lysing. Cassandra Leroy. Rebecca Elizabeth Lesser. Matthew J. Liebler. Brendan R. Lindberg. Aaron Lippa. Chloe Mae List. Madalena I. Ladico. Patrick D. Logsden. Morgan J. Loshavo. Jason Lee.
Samantha Christine Maska. Aubrey H. McGran. Anthony C. Maniscalco. Leah F. Marzak. Matthew J. Marzak. Francis T. Massey, Jr. Gabriel P. Matos. Ruby E. Matricardi. Connor Main. Sean P. McCaffrey. Evan J. McCarthy Perez. Jessica Nicole McCloskey. Riley August Mackay. Sydney S. McKinley. Brooke L. McKinnon. Matthew D. McLean. Amanda M. McClanagan. Jessica Rebecca Mahia. Jose L. Mendez. David M. Mernitz. Claire K. Montanari. Taylor Michelle Morales. Deshaun Morgan. Grace F. Morrison. Daniel P. Mosher. Robert C. Moyer. Douglas J. Malka. Noah Goodyear Murray. Claire I. Mutka. Tyler E. Nadrich. Maya Alexandra Nash. Emily J. Nicosia. Joseph C. Oliver. Megan J. O'Malley. Kyle R. Osika. Mary Bridget O'Sullivan. Matthew C. Palmatier. Samantha G. Palmerton. Tyler W. Papelham. Liliana Penna. Madeline A. Porter. Mark S. Pouty. Hannah N. Prenevu. Brian M. Pierce. Emily Jordan Courtley. Shannon C. Quinlan. Kate Rabinowitz. John R. Rafferty IV. Maxwell Austin Reardon. Casey Reeves. Jackson G. Retzer.
I would now ask our photographer to please take pictures of Diploma Group 3.
It is now my pleasure to present Maria Falavalita, valedictorian of the class of 2017, for her valedictory address.
Thank you, and congratulations to you all. I want to take a moment today to discuss a phrase that I have been hearing a lot of lately, and I'm sure many of you have too. The best is yet to come. Isn't that an inspiring thing to hear as new graduates going off on our own for the first time, ready to learn, grow, and make a difference in the world? Hearing those words can no doubt instill us with hope for the future. But when looked at on a greater scale, they can also make us passive. After all, if the future will brighten on its own, why should we bother helping it along? We all know that humans are inherently lazy. Just look at how many assignments we've all procrastinated on. So we know that when given the choice between doing something and doing nothing, many would pick nothing. This is why we've had hundreds of generations of best as yet to comers, slowly tearing the world apart, with the hope that future generations will put it back together. Thanks to this mindset, today, 1 in 9 people suffer from chronic undernourishment. That's 800 million people going hungry right now. Another 600 million don't have access to safe drinking water. Environmentally, 150 species of plants and animals go extinct each day. That's 1,000 times the natural background rate. They lose their lives to the 1.5 acres of forest cut down every second. That's 20 football fields every minute and 18 million acres each year. If you would like to find more depressing facts like these, be my guest. I am only trying to tell you that for the earth and its inhabitants, the best better not be yet to come. It better be sitting in front of and behind me today, in green and gold, ready to take on the massive challenges that have been left in our care. We need to be the generation that puts our planet back on track. If we don't, then there won't be many more generations to follow. We can no longer entrust our world to an unsure future, but rather, we must take action. We, the future scientists, entrepreneurs, educators, doctors, and all the rest, must work together to put these numerous problems in the history books. By building bridges rather than burning them, promoting international connections, instilling a global attitude of empathy and compassion instead of hate and distrust, we can create a new global theme where each generation does bring new ideas for sustainability into play, thus creating a place where the best truly is yet to come. But remember, we are not there yet, and we never will be without taking a stand now. Thank you again for being such a supportive class, and congratulations, class of 2017.
And now, I would like to introduce our class historians, Emma Carroll and Jenna Meldrum.
At this time, on behalf of our fellow officers, we would like to present our advisors, Mrs. Caputa and Ms. Lorenz, with a token of our appreciation for their guidance and dedication to our class. In appreciation and recognition for all that North has done for us, the class of 2017 will be gifting to the school a replica Spartan helmet sculpture to be placed in the school display case as a reminder to all students to stay Spartan strong. The class will also be donating a wooden bench that will be placed outside by the lower cafeteria for use by students and staff. This year, 6 teachers are retiring from North High School, and 4 of them are with us today. Will the following retirees join us on stage? Mr. Brad Curcio, art teacher. Mrs. Lorraine Redlinsky, administrative assistant and social studies teacher. Mrs. Barbara Slutsky, science teacher. And Mrs. Marie Schwartz, French teacher. Combined, these 4 individuals have over 132 years of experience at our school. In keeping with North tradition, each year we present our retiring teachers with a glass apple as a token of our appreciation for their years of service to the students of our school. To introduce our retirees is Jenna Meldrum.
It is my honor to recognize the careers of our retirees. Mr. Brad Curcio started his career at North as an art teacher in September of 1986 and has taught numerous art courses including studio art, studio and photo, and studio and drawing and painting. In addition to being an active member of the school community by chaperoning many school-wide events, Mr. Curcio served for many years as an art club advisor at North, as well as art director and special effects advisor for the musical. He has also given numerous presentations at our 8th grade orientation programs and assisted for many years with the photographs taken at our graduation ceremonies by providing the equipment and our student photographer. The artwork and photos displayed around the building reflect the talents of his students. Congratulations, Mr. Curcio, and may you enjoy your retirement. Mrs. Lorraine Redlinsky began her career with the Williamsville Central School District in September of 1985. After serving as a social studies teacher at East High School and Casey Middle School, she joined us at North in September of 2002 as administrative assistant and part-time social studies teacher. In addition to teaching various social studies classes for part of her day at North, Mrs. Redlinsky worked in the main office through the good times and bad, putting in long hours with little outside recognition for her work. As in any leadership position, often the only rewards for her efforts as the coordinator for major student, community, and district events was satisfaction and a job well done. Mrs. Redlinsky has made many positive connections over the years with her students, as well as her colleagues. She will truly be missed and will never be forgotten by her family at North. Her intentions are to travel the world and enjoy the freedom she has earned by making a difference in the lives of the students at North. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Mrs. Barbara Slutsky joined the faculty at North High School as a science teacher in September of 1984 and has taught various science courses including biology and earth science. During her tenure at North, Mrs. Slutsky was an active member of the school community by chaperoning many school-wide events. She also served as team leader for the science department, bookroom manager, central treasurer for student activities, and leader of our shared decision-making team. She's a take-charge individual who is the first person on deck when anyone asks for help. Mrs. Slutsky always knew how important her job was to her students. Her ability to work with students who are struggling through biology has been nothing short of miraculous. Congratulations and best wishes for a happy retirement. Mrs. Marie Schwartz began her career with the Williamsville Central School District as a French teacher at North High School in September of 1980. During her 37-year career, she taught all levels of French. Mrs. Schwartzwelder's love of French language and culture comes through to her students in every class. In addition to teaching, she served at North as team leader for the second language department, inter-high council co-curricular advisor, mentor teacher, and senior class advisor. She's a frequent chaperone at school-wide events including class trips, homecoming dances, and proms, and has also presented at many of our 8th grade orientation programs. Mrs. Schwartzwelder also assists at our graduation ceremony every year and is one of the reasons why our ceremonies have run so smoothly throughout the years. Her optimistic attitude is an inspiration to us all at North. No matter how far you travel in life, you will always be a Williamsville North Spartan. Congratulations on your retirement, Mrs. Schwartzwelder. We will miss you.
Diploma Group 3, please stand and prepare to receive your diplomas.
Nicholas R. Richter. Nicholas J. Rizzo. Tyler J. Roberto. Troy C. Robinson. Cassandra N. Rosen. Patrick M. Rosen. Kayla J. Rushing. Aaliyah Patrice Russo. Joshua B. Safier. Ivan Savsuk. Dominic M. Schiraldi. Matthew T. Charlou. Cameron E. Schultz. Avery Scotia. Valerie E. Serafini. Renee G. Shapiro. Robert P. Sheridan. Sabrina Shi. Matthew J. Shiring. Mikhail Shishkin. Michaela Marie Shute. Ayub O. Siam. Nicholas J. Signore. Morgan R. Simon. Sarah Ann Siska. Ashley M. Sliwa. Gianna M. Sparsino. Bradley J. Specht. Marie Nicole Spector. Carly R. Sparazza. Kyle M. Spoth. Victoria L. Srozik. Ellie A. Stafford. Nicholas M. Stanford. Paige E. Stein. Robert W. Stevens III. Jason Henry Stupinski. Christopher J. Stryker. Eric G. Shagru. Joshua Edward Surowick. Ilya Patrick Svek. Cortland Connor Swick. David H. Sacconi. Emily G. Taylor. Erica A. Taylor. Kelly A. Thompson. Adam Teehee. Zachary A. Toner. Lauren E. Troutwine. Victoria Tripodi. Michaela M. Trotter. Shang Yon Singh. Niharika Tumala. Fayman Areman. Ethan M. Uzarowski. Jacob N. Van Wert. Austin J. Vanderbliss. Quinn E. Verpoten. Jessica A. Walsh. Rebecca E. Walter. Alexander J. Wannett. Harry J. Wang. Manny Weinstein. Michael J. Wells. Darius R. Wentz. Jonathan D. Wess. Megan L. Westbrook. Alec Quinn Wheeler. Natalie B. Widmer. Andy L. Wick. Nicole M. Wiktorowski. Anastasia Elizabeth Wilds. Nayan E. Williams. Destiny M. Wisner. Catherine A. Wojcik. Samantha M. Wojcik. Benjamin R. Wolfson. Kaylee Elizabeth Yorko. Martin N. Zangana. Sarah E. Zappa. Brandon Anthony Zielinski. Kyle J. Zilio. Jacob S. Zurat. Jamie E. Zwink.
It is my pleasure to introduce the principal of Williamsville North High School, Mr. Gary Colicchio.
Seniors, the time is upon us. You are making personal history today. For you, June 25th, 2017 will forever be in your memory. On this day, you graduated from North High School. You are here at UB with all your classmates, maybe for the last time. Your family, teachers, and administrators are here, and it feels good. You are wearing a strange square hat and a green or gold gown, which you will never wear again, and you are greatly looking forward to the summer. You are a bit apprehensive about where you will be next year at this time. What will your life be like without North? How will you measure up at the next level? Will you be happy? Will you wake up in the morning? Who will wake you up in the morning? More importantly, who will fix your dinner and wash your clothes? The potential overflows in this class for future actors, executives, artists, engineers, environmentalists, educators, editorialists, linguists, healthcare professionals, salespersons, military personnel, and political scientists. Unfortunately, the only thing that is guaranteed is that your career direction will be categorically deviated, hit unavoidable bumps in the road, and be redirected several times during your lifetime. How will you learn to deal when it just doesn't go your way? I have always held the belief that a high level of individual happiness and sense of fulfillment will lead to a greater measure of success. Today is an appropriate time to speak to you about both happiness and success. Mark Twain said, "If you love life, life will love you back." Truly happy people understand that happiness doesn't come from a single event. It comes from specific daily actions, which reinforce a positive perspective. Most people want to be happy, but they often unconsciously set themselves up for discontent. If you remember anything that comes out of this speech, listen carefully for my tried and true recipe for success. Resolve conflict. Unfortunately, conflict is a regular part of life, but too much of it wears you down. Lingering negative feelings eat away at happiness over time. Learn to use conflict constructively and plan to resolve it to everyone's betterment. Forgive your enemies. Nothing seems to annoy them more. Actively look for opportunity. View challenges as opportunities that you can overcome. One of the saddest phrases in the American language, in the English language, is if only. If only I was courageous enough. If only I had that opportunity to do again. Things might have turned out differently. It may seem a foregone conclusion, but get good sleep. It's nearly impossible to be positive when you are constantly overtired. Be particularly aware of this as you settle into your college dorm room. Find the humor in things. When trying times arrive in your life, and they will, one of the best ways to cheer yourself up is to cheer everyone else up. It always feels good to make another person smile, especially when you come to the realization that the simplest things can be unforgettable. Engage with people. Never be afraid to forge deep relationships with family and good friends. Learn how to trust and how to earn the trust of others. Remember that trust isn't something that can be cultivated through the social media. Notice the good in people. They can be frustrating, challenging, and maddening, but if you look closely enough, there's always room for a touch of empathy. Believe in the fact that there can never be enough love in the world because there is so much hate. Be grateful. Appreciate your health, your opportunities, and the people who enrich your life. Control only what you can control. Trying to manage the unmanageable is futile and frustrating. Learn to enjoy developing new skills and better understandings. In the words of Alan Kay, one of our greatest American computer scientists, the greatest way to predict the future is to invent it. Strive to do your best. It's obvious advice, but we all know that half-hearted attempts drag down confidence and self-worth. If you know what you really want to, you know that if you really want to do something, you will find a way to do it right. If you don't, you will probably find an excuse. Give selflessly. Try to avoid the trap of giving from a place of guilt or obligation. Give when you feel you are making someone else's life better. Listen to people. Many of us are so focused on what we say, we don't listen to what's being said around us. This is especially true, again, in the world of social media, where there is no live expression or tone to supplement the meaning of the written text. Value time, make time management a priority. This is the best way to be most productive when you are working and most relaxed when you are playing. Do for others. Unfortunately, the world is largely a self-interested place these days, but don't ever, ever, ever underestimate the power of a kind word to someone, even if you don't know them. Doing a good deed each day is enough to make anyone happy. On to success. Success means many things to many people. Many of its forms are very much predicated upon the already mentioned can't-miss recipe for happiness, but Sports Illustrated writer Robert Strauss said it very well. Success is a little like wrestling with a gorilla. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the gorilla gets tired. And as every adult in here knows, maintaining a consistent level of success is one big gorilla. Success can be supported by little things, like presenting yourself appropriately to the occasion because, like it or not, first impressions are often judged by this standard. In your experience, you have witnessed people bending the rules to gain an advantage. But if it costs an ounce of your honor, it isn't worth it. Successful people speak up when they have something worthwhile to say and listen when they don't. Finally, you must learn to understand that being a success is not as important as being valued. Okay, enough about that. Let me tell the audience a little bit about the class of 2017. We've already had some very nice comments by Dr. Martzloff, but I've got a couple of other things in here. We have 8 outstanding senior all-state high school band and orchestra representatives from this class. Maybe I'm just a little biased, but I believe our music program is the best in Western New York. The 2017 seniors have led the way to league championships in boys golf, girls field hockey, girls gymnastics, and girls ice hockey, which is a district team with several North players. Our teams have gone on to win sectional championships in boys hockey, girls field hockey, girls gymnastics, and softball. Led by our senior athletes, the girls field hockey and boys ice hockey teams won Far West regional championships and competed as finalists in the state tournament. Girls swimming, indoor track, boys tennis, and boys golf were also represented by senior North athletes in the New York state level competition. Boys ice hockey, as we've already heard, was crowned Division I New York State champions by winning their last 4 games in the regional and state tournaments, each by 1 goal, including 2 overtime victories. Thanks for the great hair. This same team donated $1,110 to the New York State Crisis Services Foundation, which they raised through a teddy bear toss fundraiser. And as already been mentioned, they organized and competed in a charity sled hockey game. As a random act of kindness, our environmental club seniors sponsored a clothing drive for homeless families in Buffalo, along with filling 50 large blessing bags of essential everyday items and blankets to support our local homeless through the Buffalo winter. Many of these same students also recently volunteered to help offload literally tons of e-waste to be safely recycled rather than ending up in a landfill as toxic garbage. This class is composed of silent leaders who work behind the scenes to organize, facilitate, and implement our Great North events where no one sees or recognizes these contributions. Many of them you have heard today in the speeches that they've delivered. I must make a few comments about our senior day. I don't remember ever being more proud of a senior class than I was of you on that day, especially in a final student assembly. The acceptance of diversity, compassion, kindness, respect, and love I felt as you addressed your peers was nothing short of extraordinary. The bonds you have formed with your classmates are deep and strong. That resolve will challenge the great social, environmental, and economic problems you will inevitably face in your lifetimes. How you meet these trials, my young Spartans, is totally up to you, but you are capable and your voice is strong. As you may recall, Dr. B, Our official UBA liaison told us that people are like tea bags. If you want to know what they are made of, you put them in. The water has never been hotter in America. So if there's any real advice I can give you, it's this. High school is something you complete. Life is something you experience. Love what you do, get good at it, find your life's purpose. Don't live a life of regret. You may never have proof of your importance, but you are more important than you think. There are always those who couldn't do without you. The thing is that you don't always know who they are. And yes, Miss Maria Valedictorian, with people like you to show us the way, I'm hopeful that the best is yet to come. I'd like to conclude with this quote by actor Charlie Day. You cannot let a fear of failure or a fear of comparison or a fear of judgment stop you from doing the things that will make you great. You cannot succeed without the risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. You cannot love without the risk of loss. You must take these risks. This is one of the few periods in your life where you're not so measured by your achievement as you are by your potential. So don't let anyone talk you out of your dreams. Never settle for second best, and never hide your unique light under a barrel. It should be obvious by now that in life you make the small decisions with your head and the big decisions with your heart. It has been my honor to serve as your principal this year. I have enjoyed watching you grow these past years and wish you every success. Albert Einstein said, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination." Your final homework assignment from North High School is to go home and use your imagination to begin to write the rest of your life story. Thank you. In closing, I would like to thank the people who helped make this day possible, Dr. Martzloff and the Williamsville Central School District Board of Education for their continued support of North High School, the administrative team of Ms. Lorraine Redlinski, Mr. Brian Swatland, and Mr. Andre Thomas, senior class advisors Ms. Jillian Caputa and Ms. Lori Lorenz, our junior ushers, and all of the teachers who assisted with today's commencement ceremony. I would like to also welcome our new assistant principal, Jason Lembeck, and he is in the audience somewhere down here. Please stand up, Mr. Lembeck. I would also like to add one last goodbye to Mrs. Redlinski. Miss Red has that rare ability to switch her persona instantaneously from teacher to administrator to parent and back again. We will definitely miss her unique perspective, genuine dedication to North, and the great desserts she brings to work. Mrs. Red, yours was a career that made a difference in the lives of many students. In several cases, you were the only person that they felt they could connect with. For that, you should be very proud. Our team at North feels very grateful to have such an incredible person in our working lives. You're the best, Miss Red. I would also like to thank Mr. Michael Conti, Mr. Michael Vertowski and the Wind Ensemble, Mr. Joseph Buckle and the String Quartet, and Mr. Brett Ransom and the senior members of the vocal department for providing the wonderful music this afternoon. And finally, the families of today's graduates, especially those families whose affiliation with North High draws to an end as their only or youngest child graduates today. Your loyalty and support for your children in our school have been valued and appreciated. It has been a pleasure working in partnership with you. Thank you. In keeping with tradition, we will now play North's alma mater, which was written by Michelle Poppleton, class of 1986. The words are included in your program. work on that for next year. Will the class of 2017 please rise? Please move your tassels from the right to the left, signifying your graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Williamsville North High School class of 2017. Graduates in the audience, please turn to your left and exit one row at a time, starting with row A. Thank you.
Go through your folder. You can first turn off your